U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Jeddah. U.S. officials say the meeting lasted more than an hour, and the two men discussed a range of regional and bilateral issues. Now, this meeting is the latest step towards rapprochement between the two countries. For more on this, we want to go to CNN's Nick Robertson, who's with us from London. Appreciate it, Nick, especially given your extensive experience having covered this. Do you get the sense that beyond repairing relations that we just said, that Blinken has more explicit goals here? And obviously, we have to note that oil prices are top of mind.
They are, and Saudi Arabia has just decided in the past couple of days at the OPEC Plus meeting to cut production by 10%, about 1 million barrels of oil a day. So that's significant. It's significant for Secretary Blinken because this has the possibility of driving up gas prices at the gas pumps in the United States. It's an election year next year. That's not good. But also any increase in the price of oil helps Russia fund its war in Ukraine. That will be a big issue, as you say, but other issues that will definitely be on the table will be normalization of relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia. That's important to the United States, as well as a sort of a more enduring peace in Yemen. We've heard the Secretary of State thanking the Saudis for their support and help getting U.S. citizens out of Sudan. That's been an area of cooperation. There's talk as well about improving economic ties. So there's a lot there for Blinken to try to sort of to get his hands around, but it's not clear, how much cooperation without a price being paid that the Saudis are going to give on any of that.
It is definitely going to be tough, as you said, to extract any of those kinds of concessions. We were just discussing the situation with golf. Human rights are front and center, with the PGA announcing that merger with Live Golf. Joe Biden, we have to note, as a candidate, bluntly stated that he would make the Saudis pariahs. And yet Blinken, there he is, right, Nick, on the ground right now, trying to strengthen relations. Why the pivot?
The Saudis always expected that Biden's bark would be worse than his bite. They didn't really expect the relations to take a nosedive as they did. Those relations have come back. Blinken being in Saudi Arabia is part of that picture. But I think it also represents what we've seen, from Saudi Arabia, that it's changing its position and strength in the global markets, be it in soccer, be it in golf, be it in business, in so many different areas in diplomacy. So there's that. But also the world has changed a lot since President Biden took office, and the reality is his dreams of sort of an all-embracing global democracy and being able to sort of push human rights abusers to the side of international influence, that's not a reality. It's had to change. Blinken is part of that.